for coming back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my e.l.f. hits and misses. Now e.l.f. is a drugstore brand. It is at most CVS's and it stands for Eyes, Lips, Face, which I think is a really cute acronym for itself. And I have kind of a smorgasbord of items. I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it. I have some brushes I want to talk about, I have some blushes I want to talk about, and I have a bunch of other stuff I want to talk about. So let's get it. I'm gonna start with the brushes. I have here the e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush, and it looks like that. There's the handle, and then there's the actual brush. Now compared to the eyeshadow base brush from Real Techniques, it is a bit fatter, as you can see, like wide, and it's also more densely packed. This one is definitely more flimsy. So I've been using this one a lot more also because it's new, but I've had it for like 2 weeks or whatever. But I really like using this to pack on my eyeshadow on my eyelid. It works really well for that, and it was about $3 to $6. I can never remember the like price range of e.l.f., but I know they're super cheap. So yeah, I've been loving using this for putting eyeshadow on the lid. This is definitely a hit. I definitely recommend you go checking this out right now if you're in the mood for a drugstore affordable brush. Go for it. So next I have two products that go hand in hand. They are the e.l.f. spoolie and the e.l.f. small angled brush. So I use this one every day with my NYX Browner cake. I combined it. The NYX Brow Powder Cake is what it's called. And it just works really well. It works well with any brow powder, but what's really great about it is that you can get like a really good line around the frame of your brow, and you can fill it in really easily, and you can get the tail end pretty nicely too. So that's what I've been using this one for, and it's so tiny that it's amazing, and it's like $3 to $6 again. This one is about $1. This is the e.l.f. spoolie, and I use this to comb through my brows after I put my product on, and the two of them just go hand in hand with each other. So these are definitely hits, so if you see them, try to pick them up if you're in need. Next is something that I've had for probably 2 years up until this point. This is an e.l.f. powder brush, and again, it's the black handle one. I've washed this brush about 20 times, probably way more than that, I'm gonna say. Maybe even 100 times, I want to say, because I've had it for so long. No matter how many times you wash this brush, it keeps its shape and density and fluffiness and softness and function, which is really important to me when I'm washing my brushes. I don't want it to lose shape because then it defeats the function and it's just not a good thing. But this one keeps its shape, and I use this one for what it says, the powder. So for my Physicians Formula powder foundation, I'll swipe this all over my face with this brush and I'm good to go. It really packs on the product, but you can also blend it in really nicely, and it's really wide, as you can see, so it covers a lot of surface area on your face, so you can be done with your makeup very quickly. So I highly recommend this one. That is a hit for sure. Now a miss would have to be my e.l.f. blush brush. Now first of all, this is super tiny. Let me just show you the Real Techniques blush brush. You can tell that like it's triple the size. But what I really don't like about this brush is that there's little hairs that come up, so it kind of sheds a little bit, and I don't like that. But also, like, it's too small for me to put on blush. I really like the Real Techniques one a lot better. But what I do use this for, if I'm heavy-handed on highlight or blush, I'll just go back and blend it out with this one, and that does a really good job because I do think it's a good blending out brush, but just not for the purpose that it says, which is blush brush. So this for me is a miss. However, I still do use it to get my use out. Okay, moving on to products that are not brushes. This is the e.l.f. Smudge Pot in Cruisin' Chic. Now, I love this one. I got this, I dipped my finger in it, and I was like, my heart just kind of like melted in a good way. I was just like, oh my god, it's so creamy. I've never felt anything this creamy. The Maybelline color tattoos are not this creamy at all. I've had this for a year. It doesn't dry out, and the color is just awesome. It's a little bit dark, so you have to be careful because, like, if you do use a dark base, then your whole look is gonna look dark. Your whole look is gonna look dark. And sometimes you're not going for that, so you just have to be careful with that. I want to pick up the wine of the e.l.f. smudge pot, and I think I'll be set, but I don't need any cream shadows right now, so I'm like, I don't know, I don't really need them, but they're really, really cheap. They're like $3, and they're so good quality. I need e.l.f. to come out with more colors. I know they just came out with a couple more, so that's great. So they are giving us some more, but I want even more options. So these are definitely a hit. Definitely go pick them up. Another hit is definitely my e.l.f. High Definition Setting Powder. Now I picked this up because I had the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, and that one is my holy grail under eye brightener translucent powder. It's amazing. You have to try that one out. But this one, the e.l.f. High Definition Setting Powder, I got as a dupe for that one, and it definitely works exactly the same. So I definitely really recommend this one. And why do I keep saying definitely over and over again? Let me just show you the difference of a regular powder in comparison to this one. You can tell that this one is like so tiny. Like, it's the size of a finger, a half of a finger. That was a weird comparison, but that was all I had. So you can see that they are very different in size, but it's a good way to get an affordable under eye setting powder to go for the e.l.f. one. So this is definitely a hit. Now, a miss would have to be my e.l.f. eyeshadow primer. This one, either I used it all up, but I haven't even had it that long, or it just dried out on me because nothing shows up. I mean, I know it's an eyeshadow primer, but like, I would expect a little bit of color, but this one doesn't, you can't, there's nothing there. Brush is just so dry, and it would be a really great primer because I can feel the tackiness on my hand, but again, it just, this is definitely a miss for me, and this is gonna go right in the trash. So there it goes. Now, a really famous product from e.l.f. is the lip exfoliator. I have purchased about 6 of these, so this is a really great product. It comes in a lipstick form, which is super easy, non-messy, and you just scrub your lips and all the dry skin comes off, and it smells really good, and it's easy to use, and I will continue to repurchase this as my easy, non-messy lip exfoliator. Especially when I want to use a liquid lipstick, this is really handy. So I've been really loving this. This is definitely a hit. If you see it, pick it up. It's $6. You can't go wrong. You can get it in a pack on Amazon, and it's really worth it. I highly recommend. So I have some palettes here that I want to talk about, and you can probably guess what they are because I talk your heads off about them, but they are the e.l.f. blush palettes in dark and light. And I'm not going to talk too much about them, but I will show you the product. They're $6 on e.l.f.'s website. This is a dark one, and this one's really great for this time of year. It's just, you've got some berry, you've got some neutral, you've got some sparkly. It's just really, really great. I use this one all the time, and I mix all of them together, or some of them together, and it gives me a really great flush to the cheeks for my blush. So, and this is a light one, and this is also really great for the springtime. You can see you've got the same thing going on. You get one sparkly blush, which is great to mix in, and you can mix and match all of these, and they're just really, really high quality. e.l.f. did an amazing job with these. They knock any high-end blush palette out of the park. They're super pigmented, really easy to blend out. You don't look like a clown, and I love them. I can't talk enough about them. Another great blush is the e.l.f. HD blush in headliner, and you can see that I've used quite a bit of it, and I continue to reach for this because it's just so amazing. I'm amazed whenever I use it. I take my e.l.f. stippling brush, I put a little bit on my cheeks of this product, and I just blend it out. It's so easy to blend out. It looks really, really natural on your face. without being too overdone. Like, you can build it up if you want. I just really like this formula of cream blush, and I will probably pick up more eventually once I go through some of my blushes. But I really like this. If you see this color particularly, pick it up because it comes up across as like coral kind of pink color. I don't know, it's really interesting, but I really like this one. So this is definitely a hit. Again, pick it up if you see it. I haven't played with this too long. This is a pretty new product by e.l.f. It just came out. It's the Ambient palette, and it's supposed to be, I think, like the hourglass ones, I think. The highlight colors are very light, as you can see, and I think they're just too light for me. I think that's why I'm having an issue with it, but I haven't really played with this too long because I can't get into it right now. But I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch these for you so you can see what they look like. Hopefully they'll show up with the difference on camera, but they are so soft when you dip your finger into them. They kind of remind me of the Lorac shadows in that sense, so you can see them all right there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. That golden one is actually pretty nice. I like that one. I'll have to play with that one more, but I don't know. I'm still on the fence about this one, so this one's kind of in the middle. It's a hit, sort of. Maybe it could be a hit. It could be a miss. We're leaning towards the miss, so we'll see. Still playing with this, but yeah, I just wanted to mention that because if you have this palette and you use it all the time and you really like it, please let me know how you use it. If you use it for highlights, if that's what it's meant for, or if it's meant for something more like the Hourglass palette where you put it all over your face kind of as a powder. So let me know, and hopefully I can give it another try and it won't be a miss. Because right now it's in the miss. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, I do upload twice a week, and if you have any video recommendations, then please list them down below. I would love to hear them, and definitely hit that subscribe button if you don't want to miss my videos, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye! And I've washed this brush. Anyway, no matter how many times you wash this, but I definitely recommend these. I want to pick up the